welcome to the last Microlive of the present series. In today's programme, we'll be comparing the speed and the power of some of the latest micros.
We look at a triumph of British technology, the InMOS transputer, a chip that will put the power of a supercomputer right on your desk.
And a new fast jet simulator game for 2 players that you play using 2 micros. But before all that, you've probably read about the problems with the computer systems on the new Mark III Nimrod project to build an airborne early warning system. Well, so far it's cost more than £1 billion, and cynics are saying that the government should cut its losses and buy the American AWACS aircraft that's been operational for some years. Well, all this bad publicity has been rubbing off on the Mark III's close cousin, the Mark II Nimrod. The Mark II has more than 100 computer systems on board, and they all work.
Lieutenant Bill Martin, attached from the US Navy, and today captain of Hunter-Killer Nimrod, X-Ray Victor 229.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Today's mission is to search for an unknown submarine contact in the vicinity of Area Alpha on your screen. Our primary sensor will be passive sonobuoys augmented by radar. The aircraft we have today is X-Ray Victor 229. It's on Bay 42. It has 50,000 pounds of fuel, standard sonobuoy load, and no limitations to affect us.
All the information for the briefing comes from this computer, the mission support system, which also enables entire flights to be reviewed from data captured on the aircraft. The officer in charge is Squadron Leader Dick Tewson.
The system holds information on the Nimrod performance and meteorology, so we can in fact do fuel and flight planning before the sortie takes off. The system is being continually updated with intelligence information, so we can in fact produce a full plot of any potential enemy.
The enemy, Warsaw-packed submarines and ships, are in red, and the computer stores full data about each vessel. NATO forces are in blue.
The system again stores oceanographic information, so can tell us the likely performance of our sonobuoys, for instance, in any particular area of the ocean.
That concludes our brief, gentlemen. If there's no questions, we'll take transport now, and engine starts in 20 minutes.
On the right are the aircraft's wets, the nickname given to the operators who monitor the acoustic buoys. Navigation is assisted by a computer which tracks a light arrow across the chart showing the aircraft's position. X-Ray Victor 229 is heading for an area where intelligence reports suggest Soviet submarine activity. The presence of a submarine will be detected by acoustic buoys like this one. They can be remotely controlled by onboard computers and can pick up everything that makes a noise underwater, from a shrimp to a nuclear submarine. They're positioned in the sea with this retro launcher. The impact inflates the conical top which houses the aerial, keeping it above water. A field of buoys is laid. The impact also turns on the transmitter, and a hydrophone, an underwater microphone, is lowered. Support for this mission is supplied by 810 Squadron, Naval Air Service, a helicopter squadron operating from onboard Royal Fleet Auxiliary Engadine. The helicopters have a similar computer technology to the Nimrod, but have an ability to hover directly over a contact. As the submarine approaches, its noise is picked up by the submerged hydrophones and sent back to the aircraft. The acoustic spectrum picked up by the hydrophones is analysed by the computer systems on board the aircraft, printed on the table plotters and displayed on the screens. This is a test signal used to align the screens to ensure the correct calibration of the equipment. We were not allowed to film a real display. That's top secret. But here's the kind of image that's produced. Each dark vertical band represents a frequency, and that particular combination of frequencies is unique, a fingerprint identifying a vessel beyond doubt. A computer check against a library of known sound patterns identifies this contact as hostile. It's to be attacked.
Roger, stern by 4-buoy barrier, open 230, initial heading. Extending 230. And 4-buoy, prepare 4-buoy barrier. Roger, ready 4-buoy barrier. Checking the channels. Channels are clear. Settings 3. Roger, confirm Mayflowers 13151719. Confirm. Roger. We are clear radar. Confirm clear visual. Clear visual. Roger.
Captain Acoustics, we have a submarine contact on low-foul 13, classified hostile.
We are hot on hostile submarine contact, Maypole 13.
And the target is showing southwest of the sonobuoy, and a range about 5,000 yards, tracking southerly.
Sonar contact, bearing 030, range. Roger, flash. This is Bravo 3, Bravo, sonar contact 030. Stand by info tank.
Flight contact, classified hostile submarine. Date and time 1434. Contact tracking southeasterly, speed slow.
Stand by, attacking. Attacking now. Bravo 0 kilo, torpedo away.
Loud underwater explosion.
In fact, there was no explosion, nor even a submarine. It was all a computer simulation. The sound of a Soviet sub created by a computer on board the helicopter support ship Engadine. And this is it, the Shaker. The sound of a sub at a fraction of the cost.
And from Nimrods to Phantoms. This is a new version of a game called Phantom Combat. It was written by Nick Brown and Roger Selby. Roger, first of all, tell me a bit about the game and why the two joysticks?
Well, this joystick here is operating as a conventional joystick. This one here is just operating as a thrust lever. But you can see the reaction of the outside world there above the instrument panel.
Fairly sensitive. But that, in fact, isn't the main difference between this and another flight simulator game, is it?
The real difference here is that we've actually linked these two computers together so that effectively we have two aircraft flying in the same airspace.
Now, by that, do you mean we should be able to see the plane you're flying on Nick's screen?
That's right, yes. And if you look over there I am.
Yeah.
And I'll just do a roll to the right to prove it.
Lovely three-dimensional graphics there.
And just do a roll to the left.
Yeah.
There we are.
Lovely. Now, is it just one program that's working all of this?
No, it's really two programs, and they're sort of meshed together like gear wheels, and this lead between the two is the data interchange between the two programs.
So, by the same token, we should be able to see Nick's plane coming onto your screen if he's going to go ahead of you, yes?
That's right,
yes. I'm just coming through now, so
you're
you should be
scooping
seeing it appear.
Under or over?
He should be just coming underneath any second now. There he is.
Yep.
Going into the distance.
Oh, what are you doing there?
I'm just firing at him.
That's very aggressive of you. And I hope you don't carry on like that when you're doing your day job.
My day job?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Captain.
Yes, that's right. I'm a captain with British Airways on TriStars.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't normally do this when I'm flying my passengers around.
It would be the end of in-flight dinners and things, wouldn't
it? That's right.
And what about you, Nick? Have you got any flight experience?
Yes, I used to work in simulation on a tornado project, so I spent a lot of time in cockpits, but not a lot of time in the air.
Right, but tell me about the graphics, the exterior graphics. How do these compare with the sort of graphics you get in a professional flight simulator?
Yes, professional flight simulator has a lot of large hardware processors to perform visual calculations. So in this, we have to sort of take a shortcut, if you want, to produce
That's
right, a stylized view. On the other hand, we get a very rapid response with the aircraft manoeuvring by sacrificing some of the ground detail outside.
I notice also very smooth movement as well, which adds to that feeling of realism.
That's very important. We try to capture the sort of realism from the pilot's point of view in this program.
What do you reckon, Roger? Realism from the pilot's seat?
Yes, it's pretty realistic. Of course, you're not getting all the feedback, the seat of the pants feeling, but the actual way the outside world is moving and the instruments respond is very good indeed.
You've got him right in your sights. Oh, no, he's out of your sights again.
You think I should shoot at him?
Yeah, go
on.
It's tricky stuff. I mean, that's my one complaint. As a beginner, it's very difficult. I couldn't keep it off the landing strip very long, kept crashing.
Yes, well, we cater that. We have a sort of beginner's mode, but it is still really a flight simulation experts program. It's a computer buffs, simulator buffs program, really.
And that's who it's been written for?
Exactly.
Right. Which micros have you written for?
Well, it's for the BBC, all the BBC series, any combination. And it's really what simulator buffs have been asking for years.
And when will it be available?
About 2 weeks' time.
And how much will it cost?
$19.95.
And does that include this data link?
Including the hardware link.
Right,
yes.
OK. Well, you've been flying very helpfully together so far, but of course this is really meant to go into hard combat, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
So
right, I'm going to get
against
it
each
now.
other. Oh, here we go. I'll get out the way, I think. Take it away.
Here we go. No. Where are you, Nick?
You've almost shot me down.
I'm turning for you.